Hello to everyone watching this video. My name is Chuck and I've been very passionate and devoted towards health and health related subjects since the age of 15. Now I'm 23. It has been 8 years that I've put like almost 70% of my life towards learning and experimenting with health and health related things, just because I think I was born with that passion, and along the life many things have happened to me that have made me want to focus on that. With that said, I hope that you enjoyed the rest of this video. I'm making this video because I've noticed that a lot of people have problems with ditching their sugars and their sodas, and that's a big problem. I was oblivious because I'm not there anymore, but I've been there where whenever I go out, I just have soda. I mindlessly pick up soda without even thinking about it or the consequences that it has, and it has very grave consequences. I believe you already know about all those consequences, that you've already done some research or you are aware somehow of those consequences. But just knowing of those consequences does not guarantee that you're going to make the different decisions that are going to create the different life for you. So during this video, I'm going to walk you through a few steps. I'm going to walk you through a few steps, a few strategies, a few tactics, a few mindsets that are going to help you get over that addiction to soda specifically in this video. I'm excited. Let's get to it. So the first thing I want you to know is that throughout the video, you're going to feel like I'm talking too much about the mind psychology tricks and emotional tricks, because that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I think that 70% of this is psychological and emotional. That's why I'm taking that direction, and I have faith in this because that's what worked for me, and that's what I've worked for many other people that report the freedom from this soda addiction. So let's get into it. Okay, so point number one is one that might be hard for you because of habits and because it includes social part of it. So it might be a little bit hard and you might have some resistance towards it, but I promise you this is probably 50% of the whole scenario of the things. If you nail this one, you're gonna exponentially increase your chances of being able to break free from this addiction to soda, and that is just changing your environment. By changing your environment, I mean changing one, the people that you hang out with, and then the places that you hang out at. I'm going to try to break this down. It is important for you to change the people that you hang out with because one, your brain has probably already associated hanging out with those people with drinking soda. Point number one. But two, you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So if those people that you usually hang out with are there drinking soda and making bad health decisions, just because you're part of that group, you're also liable to make bad decisions and drink the soda. Now, of course, that doesn't mean stop being friends with them. Maybe it just means instead of hanging out with them 5 times a week, now you're hanging out with them once a week. Instead of going out with them every weekend, you go one weekend and the other weekend you don't go out with them. That's what I'm talking about. And quickly enough, you'll start seeing that instead of going with those people, if you go with people that take healthier decisions and choices, like drinking water instead, you'll start noticing that you will shift, because the group and community that you are part of kind of shapes your identity. Your identity shapes your beliefs, and your beliefs shapes your emotions, your thoughts, then your actions and your results. So if you change your environment, the people that you hang out with the most, you will notice that automatically you start shifting your decisions and your choices. That's why I say this is like 50% of the whole cake is just changing your environment. It is that powerful, believe me. And that also goes with changing the places that you hang out with. If you usually hang out at the fucking midnight bar, stop going to the midnight bar. If usually that's the place that makes you drink Coke or other forms of soda, go somewhere else where you don't have that habit yet and build healthy habits in that place. That way, every time you go to that place, you're gonna have the healthy habit in your mind. Alright, that's it for changing environment. Now, as we're going through these, I hope that you're taking some notes, or you kind of, whichever way you learn the best, taking notes, making highlights, whatever the case it is that you learn the best. I hope that you're doing this, because these are not things that you're going to listen today and then you're going to be good forever. You're going to have to practice this over and over, remember about them, talk about them with friends, share it with friends, so you all do it together. It's going to take some effort and some willpower to get the boat rolling. Okay, so I just wanted to let this little note there. Point number 2, I don't want to spend too much time on it because this is pretty self-explanatory and it is very powerful. Drink a lot of water. If you drink a lot of water, you'll notice that you will need less and less and less soda or any type of sweet beverages. Really, trust me on this. It might not seem very intuitive, it might seem counterintuitive because you need something sugary, but nah. If you drink a lot of water, talking 100 ounces per day, 3 liters per day, you will notice that very quickly after you drink water, you'll be like, meh, I don't need the soda. This is very real. Like really, this one, just go try it. I'm not gonna talk too much about it because the effects are just like in a second. Like the second you drink a lot of water, you will notice that you will not want the soda. So I'm gonna spend more time on this. Just go actually take a bottle of water and drink a lot of it, and you'll notice the results. That was it. Drink a lot of water. Point number 2. Point number 3 is kind of similar to the previous one, but not really. It's more of a psychological trick. This one is walk around with a bottle of water. There is something in psychology called signaling or self-signaling. That is when if you walk around, for example, with a t-shirt that says just do it, every time you will look in the mirror, you'll see the t-shirt that says just do it, and your brain will associate that that's part of your identity. Because you're wearing this t-shirt, it means that you're a person that just does it, a person that is active and etc. So we want to apply the same concept to your health. I want you to walk around with a bottle of water. That way your brain is going to signal to your subconscious that like, look, we're making healthy decisions. Look, I'm a healthy person. Look, I make healthy decisions. This is my identity. This is who you are. That way, whenever you're about to reach for the bottle of soda, on one hand, you're going to have the bottle of water, or in your bag, you're going to have the bottle of water, and your brain's going to be like, oops, wait, I have this bottle of water. Maybe I have my gym outfit. That means that I'm the type of person that makes healthy decisions. This is my identity. This is what I'm signaling to myself. And the moment you try to go for the bottle of soda, it's going to be not congruent with your personality, with who you are and your identity. And the moment that that's not congruent with your identity, that's a very powerful moment. That's a very powerful moment because you're going to have the choice either to break that identity and go for the soda, or to stay to that identity and even make it stronger in your head. So me knowing you and knowing that you're in this journey and you're really serious about it, you're not going to break your identity and you're going to stick with it, and you're not going to go for the bottle of soda because your brain will literally make you make a decision at that moment between your identity of the person that walks around with a bottle of water and is healthy, or breaking that and going for the soda. So self-signaling is really important and effective. Really trust it. I challenge you for the next week, walk around with a bottle of water, even if it's not in your hand, in your bag, and see how that's going to affect these changes whether it's buying soda or buying muffins or buying donuts. It really, really is powerful. And that's point number 4. I think it's 4. That's 3. Point number 4 is about making a community, making this not only about yourself but also having friends on it. This is very powerful because you get different hormones when you feel a part of the community, and like you're on a mission with someone else. Hormones like oxytocin, for example, those are very community-based hormones. So the way that we can trigger that and the whole concept of a community-aligned or community-based mission is by you telling your friends what you're doing. Tell them like, yo, Sally, yo, Johnny, I'm trying to do this thing where I don't drink soda and instead I go for water. And the moment you tell them that, also tell them I would love if you would hold me accountable to it. I would love if every time that I'm reaching for the Coke, or every time that I'm about to order some soda, or whichever form, you would remind me like, yo, you asked me to hold you accountable. Don't do this. Remember, water, we have water, you can do that. If you ask that, it's gonna have a major impact in your life. It's gonna have a major impact in your life because it's not gonna be just about you and your decision and your willpower. You're gonna have somebody else on your mission. It's gonna be a team effort. And it doesn't even matter if they are also drinking soda or not at this point, because you don't want to have to depend on whether they accept to your agreement or not of drinking soda. It would be more powerful if they were also not drinking soda, so you could all do that together. But you don't have to force them. You can just ask them to be accountable, to hold you accountable. That's enough. They can drink their soda, but ask them, please hold me accountable. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of this one. Ask them to hold you accountable, and you will see that you will feel differently. Having that pressure from the outside, from your friends, it's gonna make you feel differently. And the moment that you're going for the soda, when your friend tells you like, yo, you asked me to remind you, like, don't go for it, go for water. You'll feel different. You'll feel part of something. You'll feel more empowered. You'll feel like, okay, this is who I am. Even my friends know that I'm a healthy person. It must mean that I really am a healthy person, and you will not make a decision. This is very powerful. Again, this is very psychological, emotional, about social behavior and evolutionary psychology and biology. It is very, very powerful. Very powerful. Step number 5, I think we've already talked about, but let me go at it again because I have it here on my notes that I should highlight it, which is stop going to the places where you usually have soda. For example, if you usually go to Monica's restaurant and there you usually have soda, stop going there. Stop going there. I mean it. Because your brain is a very sophisticated machine, or maybe not. We can argue both sides. But anyway, if you always go there and have soda, your brain has associated you going to Monica's restaurant and having soda. So when you go there, you don't have to think about it. Now it's automatic because your brain is all about efficiency. So if every time you go to Monica's, you have soda, your brain now is efficient. It's like, oh, I don't have to think about it. Let me just store it in my subconscious and make it automatic. Oh, I'm at Monica's. Oh, I want a soda. You know what I mean? So we want to break that habit loop. And the most effective way for you to break the habit loop, instead of going to Monica's and trying to create a new habit, instead of that, start going to a new place where you have zero habits. That way it's going to be much, much, much easier for you to create the new habits of going for the water instead of the soda, or the organic juice instead of the soda. Alright, I think that's it. Number 6, continuing on the previous point, is have juice instead of soda. It might be very hard for you to go from soda to water. That's a very big delta. So instead, what you can do to reduce that gap and reduce that need for super strong willpower, what you can do is go from soda to juices instead, because the juices are still going to be sweet, but they're much like 100 degrees better than soda. So go for that instead. Go for juices instead of soda, and then you can walk your way into water instead of juices, because that's the healthiest. And in all of this that I'm saying, I want you to take note. You don't have to be perfect. If you go clean for 3 weeks without soda, and then one weekend you're like, oh, let me have this soda, don't beat yourself up. Don't shame yourself. Don't feel disappointed or nothing. Don't let those emotions get to you. Because what matters is the progress. Having soda once in a month is much better than having soda fucking every day of the month. So celebrate that. Like, oh, I broke the promise this one day, but it's cool because I kept it all the other days. Don't beat yourself over it, and just keep on with the streak until you feel like you're cleaner, you're more in control of the addiction. Again, this is very important. Don't beat yourself over it. You can do it. And finally, step number 7, arguably the most important step, is one that is usually, it should be self-evident and pretty obvious, but it's worth pointing out. Just don't buy soda. This applies when you're doing your groceries, right? Instead of buying soda and then leaving in your house and then being like, oh, let me not drink, just don't buy it in the first place. That's the easiest way that you can guarantee that you're not gonna drink the soda. Because if you don't buy soda, you're not gonna have soda in your house. And if you don't have soda in your house, there's no way you can drink soda in your house. This is easy. And of course, this doesn't apply to when you're going to a restaurant, but it definitely applies at your house, because many people drink the most soda at home, not out. So just don't buy the soda. Make a list before you go to the supermarket. Include your juices, include your water, include your healthy alternatives, and don't put soda in. That way when you go to the supermarket, you don't have to think about like, oh, should I buy the soda or not? You already have on the list that you're not going to buy that and you're going to buy this instead. Again, pretty self-explanatory, but I have to get over it again so that people remember about it. Again, don't buy the soda. Alright guys, I think I can leave this video with this. I hope this was very helpful. I hope you listen to this again. I hope you watch this again. I hope you share it with friends. That way you guys do it together. Again, the sense of community, being on the mission together is very, very powerful. Talk about it with friends whenever you're discussing whatever. Talk about this, about what you learned here, about what you think you want to make in your life. Talk about it. That way it becomes engraved in your mind, and that way your friends associate you with healthy decisions, which is going to again engrave that identity into your mind again, which is very, very powerful. Okay, I think I have nothing else to say in this video. If you liked it, if you feel like I brought some value and you want to see some more videos, the best thing you can do is click on the subscribe button. That way every time that I put a video out, it's most probably going to come into the feed. Now, if you're hardcore about this and you're really, really serious about this, hit the notification bell button. That way whenever I post a video, you'll get a notification and you will not miss a single video that I post. Alright. This is it. We've reached the end of the video, but I hope you keep on watching more videos that I post, and to keep connected with me on a daily basis, follow me on Instagram, and that's it. See you next time. Peace. Bye.